Hello everyone, Sage here. You're watching the trending news on Kalkine TV, and in this edition we're going to throw some light on what weighed on NAB's interest margin in the first quarter. A day after the Commonwealth Bank of Australia reported a sharp fall in net interest margins, or NIM as we'll refer to it throughout this report, National Australia Bank Limited followed suit and announced a 5 BPS decline in NIM for the 3 months ended 31st December 2021. And NAB's NIM fell by 5 BPS to 1.64% during the first quarter of the year. On Wednesday, 9th February, CBA had reported a NIM of 1.92% for the 6 months ended 31st December 2021, down 17 basis points on the second half of last year. NAB, one of the big four Australian banks, reported an 8% increase in revenue over the second half quarterly average of financial year 2021. An unaudited statutory net profit stood at 1.8 billion Australian dollars. Meanwhile, the bank's cash earnings rose by 12% compared with the second half of the financial year 2021's quarterly average, implying higher volumes across housing and business lending, along with increased fees. The expenses rose by 2%, reflecting higher salaries and leave costs. The bank's asset quality remained robust as it reported a credit impairment charge, or CIC, write-back of 35 million Australian dollars. Now let's dive into what the NAB management has to say on the earnings. And the bank's management was upbeat on NAB's healthy earnings. Commenting on the earnings, NAB's Chief Executive Officer, Ross McEwen, said, "Volumes have been strong this quarter, with lending and deposits both increasing by $18 billion. In Australia, home lending increased by 2.6% and SME business lending increased by 3.4% in the 3 months to December 2021. And we gained market share across our core lending and deposit products. Loan growth in New Zealand was also strong at 2.2% over the same period. These results reflect our ongoing focus on executing our strategy, which is to make the bank easier for customers and colleagues to use. This is reflected in our improving customer net promoter scores in consumer and businesses in the first quarter of 22, which are no longer negative," McEwen added. And McEwen said while Omicron has created uncertainty, the bank was optimistic about the outlook for Australia and New Zealand. The bank was well positioned to grow with a strong balance sheet and a disciplined execution of a clear strategy, he added. And thank you for your company on that report, but that's all for now in this edition of Trending News. Do keep watching Kalkine TV for more of the news and info on the economy and markets. Sage signing off for now.